بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
I grew up here in America, and growing up here, I wasn't too involved in my faith. I knew to go to the masjid here and there, but wasn't too involved. Didn't have a clear direction in life.
I embraced Islam about a little over 10 years ago, and I was at a point in my life where I was completely lost, so to speak. And the way I best describe it is that I was actually, it's funny because it's in relation to the theme from the darknesses to light, is because the point that I was at is it felt like I was about to walk into a dark room and actually never return again. So I was at a state where I was questioning everything around me.
Me personally, I wasn't too involved with Islam or the works. Alhamdulillah, I had a very good upbringing, Islamic upbringing, but as far as activism, getting involved, these are things that, as one says, you're on the sidelines, and that's not the approach one should take. So my past was along those lines until I came across one of the projects, which is Why Islam, but I worked with many of the different projects, Why Islam being one of the most intriguing projects to myself, where I actually joined and as a volunteer to help in the work of outreach.
Get involved in da'wah work on the street, meeting the people, but we also go and help out those who need help. We raise funds for those who need help locally or overseas. We also do educational work with ILF. We get the youth together and organize, and young Muslims. There's just so many projects, alhamdulillah, that ICNA oversees as far as Islamic work.
I joined Young Muslims at the age of 14, and by joining Young Muslims, I really found my purpose. I realized that I need to be the one to learn about my faith. I learned that, growing up here in America, there are issues and there's some problems that youth face, and how to encounter those problems, how to solve them, how to address them. Those are some of the things I learned in Young Muslims.
After being addicted to alcohol for about 10 years, I finally I was invited to the mosque, and I came and I took my shahada. I said the kalimat, ashhadu la ilaha illallah, there's only one God, and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his messenger. So I said that, and I became Muslim. So since then, I have been surrounded by a great support system from all sides, from youth to children to the elders to the scholars to sisters, everyone in the community.
I'm so thankful. Why? Because we need a voice for Muslims, right? We need a voice in this state of Islamophobia. So it's given me so many skills. For example, if one is in the corporate field, right, you need leadership qualities, you need communication qualities. And when you're doing da'wah in the context with non-Muslims, right, you need to have communication skills, right? And if you don't have those skills, or you have a lack of those skills, it's very difficult for you to kind of open up those lines of communication. ICNA, specifically Why Islam's project, or the Why Islam project, has given me those tools, those techniques to help in that situation.
So having this opportunity to be involved in all this aspect with ICNA is a blessing, alhamdulillah. So even for those who are not able to go out and put the work, alhamdulillah, there's a way where we facilitate their zakah and sadaqah to be put in the areas that they are needed.
ICNA is not only working to change the perception about Muslims and Islam in American people, but also it is engaging Muslims to solve the issues that Americans face day to day. Whether it be the problem of minimum wage, or whether it be the racial discrimination that certain sections of societies face in Baltimore or Ferguson, or whether it be the problem of hunger, ICNA has been at the forefront of engaging Muslims to raise these issues that the people in the society face.
I want to be that person that gives back to the community, that becomes that person who's able to provide to the people that need help. Those youth that are struggling, my goal or my job is to be that person that helps them. And my future goals is to be involved more with ICNA, Islamic Circle of North America, and really just make a difference in people's lives and be able to serve the purpose that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
The message of Islam should be shared with all the events that are happening in the world. So that's where my focus is now. And whether I'm within an organization or just by myself or with my family, that's actually my intention, is to make sure that we exemplify Islam in the way that it should be. And God willing, we will all achieve that together.
We have to take part in the volunteer services. Again, whatever you can do, however much time you can spend, it's very important. Whether it's outreach again, whether it's relief, do your best to get involved. Do your best to make an impact so that on the day of judgment, when you stand in front of Allah Azza wa Jal, the creator of the heavens and the earth, that you're able to say, oh Allah, I tried my best. Oh Allah, I did my best to talk to my neighbors. I did my best to do whatever I could within my capacity. And that's the point here, that we're trying to get everybody involved.
So alhamdulillah, it's a blessing to have ICNA as an organization that look at all these works and put it together and tie it up together, where they all serve humanity and serve the community at large. So alhamdulillah for that.
And I request all of you to support this work and make a change in the society. Jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum.
الله ولي الذين آمنوا يخرجهم من الظلمات إلى النور والذين كفروا أولياؤهم الطاغوت يخرجونهم من النور إلى الظلمات أولئك أصحاب